my new solar pool cover. It's clear. My last one lasted me a little over 15 months and then it disintegrated. This one really works. It jacked it up like 5 to 8 degrees in one day. Pretty crazy. Went over 100 degrees for a week here. And I'm just showing you how I roll it up. It takes a few minutes. And then I cover it up to put it on the side yard. And I don't want the sun beating on it when it's not in the water. The water keeps the heat that comes through there from melting this thing, because it gets hot. So right now I'm taking it off. And in a second I will show you how I cover it up. A little cover. Just about everything on it. The reason I'm doing this is I have a little solar tubing set up that I'm going to display and show you how it works. Not that I really need it right now, but maybe earlier in the season when it's not quite as hot. The cover mainly contains the heat at night, and it works. Right now the pool is about 91.4 degrees. I've had that cover on. I had my other cover on. I got it up to about 88. Once I put the clear one on, it jumped above the 90 in one day. So if you don't put it on at night, it will drop off. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I put the cover on the rolled up pool cover on the pool reel. Yeah, I don't know, it wasn't that expensive. We'll see how it lasts. Mainly in the winter, I don't like to leave the cover on the pool, because what's the point, it keeps a little bit of dirt and stuff off, but it still gets dirty in there. So I just run it in the pump and filter anyway. But when I do in the winter, I had it on the back porch here, but it took a lot of room. So I made a little area on the side where my garden is, and that's where I'm going to put this thing. Right now I'm showing you there's little Velcro straps about every 4 feet. And you Velcro it, and then you got little some ties going to the end. You can suck out the slack and wrap it around, and it pretty much protects the cover from the sun during the day, because it will kill that cover if it's not covered. It's just plastic. And here I'm hooking up the Velcro, and I'm going to get ready to move it over to my side yard, which you will see in a second. It doesn't take long. I have to crab it around the corner a couple times, because I got my barbecue stuff off to the left on a separate little brick patio. So here I'm getting ready to crab it around, and we'll skip that part. It takes about 3 tries. And this is where it ends up. And this is the hot side of the house. It's the sun. This is facing east. It hits on there most of the day, and about 3 in the afternoon, that's all in shade. Now, these are the 2 adapters that that's the pool return nozzle, and I'm going to replace it with that white fitting, which is the same pipe thread that converts it to a male 3/4 hose fitting. And I'm going to use the return output of the pool pump and filter to fire it over to some tubing, which will be in the sun, and see what it does. The main thing, I was going to mount all the tubing on plywood. I haven't got that done yet, so I'm going to try something different. So here we are, 500 foot of Rainbird tubing, ordered on Amazon. I think it's $39. Cheaper than the big box stores. Funny. what I'm going to do is, see there's some straps holding it all together underneath the plastic coating. I'm going to leave the straps on. I'm just going to set this thing on the concrete and hook up my hose and see if I can pump enough water to gain some heat after going through this, just quick and dirty. I haven't seen anybody do it this way. The white fitting that I'm going to hook in there, I saw another guy mention that. He didn't explain how it worked out for me, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Now, here's two of the parts I bought. The black one is the half-inch tubing adapter Rainbird going to a 3/4 inch female hose setting. And then I bought this flow restrictor valve, all hose fitting, 3/4 size. And I thought I might have to adjust it, but as it turned out, I didn't really need it, but that's cool. The stuff's pretty inexpensive. I don't even think I have $55, $60 tied up in this whole setup, because I had an old lawn hose sitting around, so you'll see that in a minute. So a pretty cheap and dirty test of using my pool return to pump water through the tubing. I do have a sump pump, but I really don't want to put a 120 volt item in the pool in a minute. Okay, here it is all hooked up. Comes out of the return water jet, goes into a 50-foot hose, comes all the way back around, and it hits the adapter, which I gotta figure out how to get it tighter. There's no leak. And it goes into the 500 foot of half-inch drip irrigation tubing, Rainbird. And here's another shot of it. And no leaks. And right now the water is pushing the air out of the tubing. Figure out how to tighten that collar. I can't get the collar all the way down there. I will get it. Maybe I'm gonna heat it up. I don't know. So we got air bubbles coming out. So my preliminary test, which we're gonna get to in a minute, 91.4 to the .4 coming as the pool temp going out of the fitting to the hose. Coming out of the tubing, it's like 96.6. I can't believe that. I mean, it's just dribbling out. And I'm going to leave it on there because it's not the heat of the day yet. So I will further update this, but I will probably put that tubing on plywood to have more surface area exposed to the sun. I think that'll probably maybe make it hotter. I probably don't need it this time of the year, but maybe early startup or late. Might need some extra heat when the sun changes its position in the sky. So cheap and dirty, that just worked. Preliminary test. Yeah, 5 degrees over what it was, trickling out. No restriction, just running it through there. I do have a third programmable variable speed pump, and I don't use the third setting. I might set it up only for running the power, the water to this setup. To be continued.